out digging today with Fozzie B and Tulsa pull tab finder, and my first find isn't metal, but I just eyeballed it. But really cool looking little milk glass like Pond's jar. I don't think it's actually Pond's. It's a cool looking little jar, and it's just saw laying right here next to a piece of carbon from a battery. Anyway, so all kinds of stuff just riddled throughout here. I can see bottles and stuff laying on top of the ground, so I'm gonna keep my eyes open. Get back to you, find something else. Hey everybody, I just hit a big milk glass jar, like Pond's cold cream jar, has a design on the side of it. Somebody dug it up and just threw it down. I think they thought the corner was chipped. That's not actually a chip. It's actually made that way. Anyway, I'll get back to you on the next one. It's a good find. A lot of trash in this area. Digging along here though, and I got a 50s up to 60s signal, and got this little pin. So we got the pin on the back. It says Streets on the back, and then it says Tulsa Air Capital on the front. So a little Tulsa history here. Still got some gold gild on it. I'll clean it up and show it in a wrap up. Well, I'm having a hard time seeing here. I can't see my viewfinder, so I hope you all are seeing this. It's like a script T on the front of it or something. I believe it's a watch fob. Got the right size, and it's got that slot on it. A lot of cool finds out here. This place is pretty old. Walking back over to my metal detector and walked across, and there's a coin laying right there. Feels like a zinc. Maybe not. It's totally corroded.
Could be an Indian out here.
Could be.
Oh.
You see anything?
I can't tell.
Yeah, I'll scrub it off and find out what it is, and I'll show you later. Hey everybody, talk about slope hunting. This thing is steep. I'm right down here at the bottom of it, not really on the slope, and just pop this out. It's not very deep right there. So let's see if we can figure out what this is. It's obviously a coin, and it's a memorial. Ah, the live digs. Gotta love them. At least the live reveals. It's an older one though. It's red. 75, 73, something like that. Get back to you on the next. Just found the biggest dime ever, and they made it like a Canadian coin. You got to flip it this way. What's up with that?
I'll be dimed.
I'll be dimed. Hey everybody, got out for a little while yesterday, which would have been the second, with Tulsa pull tab finder, and 65 Fozzie B was out there, and another metal detectorist from Tulsa, I believe his name's Justin. Real nice guy. Met him one time before, and it's nice to get to see him again. And I got a few things here, nothing of great interest, but little toy trailer things. It's just trash. It's broken. The only reason I kept this is kind of funny from the way that they used to word things back in the day. It's obviously for an old iron, electric iron. It says, you know, super electric, supermatic. So that's just kind of the way they used to word things in a lot of advertising back then. Got that little key and an even smaller little lock with a Scotty dog on the front of it. I got this little watch fob that looks like it has a script T, I believe, on the front of it. And then I got this little pin. It says Tulsa Air Capital on it. It looks like it's kind of gold plated. Still has the pin on the back of it, and it says it's made by Streets. At first time I thought that might have been the name of the person it belonged to, but that's the company that actually made the pin. I did find one of these pins online, but there was no information about what it means, you know, what it says on there, what it means and everything. I don't know anything else about it. 2 copper pennies, 1 Krusty's ink, 1 quarter, and a surface find 1940D Wheatie. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. You can get a close-up of it here. It is a 1940D, pretty crusty. And I mean the back of it's just totally, it's got a big bowled up place right there. It's probably, it looks like it was in a fire. And then the big dime and a little plastic, I think it's plastic or something, a little pearl. There's a lot of bottles at this area, and I believe Justin was the other metal detectorist that was out there, had been digging a lot of these bottles, and from what the other guys were telling me, he has a lot of bottles, and some he just doesn't want anymore. And I don't have very many milk glass jars, and I think they're really cool, and he had dug these up and pretty much left them, you know, there for anybody that wanted to take them, I guess. I hope I didn't take them and he was planning on taking them, but they were just left laying there, so I went in and picked them up. And this old 7-Up bottle, the graphics on it aren't great, but it's not chipped up or anything, so it's kind of cool. One little short bottles from a long time ago. And this milk glass jar, that was really unusual the way it has the grooves in the sides, but not a chip in it or anything. It's in great shape. It's real ornate. My wife looked that up, and from everything it says online, that was a dresser jar of some sort. This, I would imagine, was some sort of cold cream or medicine jar. This one didn't find any information about it. It does have a chip in the lip of it right there, but kind of got scalloped edges around it right there. It's kind of neat. This one, it's got brown swirl all in the glass, which is kind of neat. It also doesn't have any chips or anything. It's in perfect shape. On the bottom, it actually had a patent number, and I wish I could remember what the date was. It was like the patent was applied for in like 1910 or something like that. What this jar was made for was non-perspirant deodorant cream. So you would just take you a big dip of that cream and under the underarms. So that's what that was for. So anyway, that's pretty much it for the wrap up. Had a good time out digging. It was kind of a new place for me, but it was a regraded place that the other guys had dug before. So but we all had some decent finds there. There's a lot of relics and stuff. Old part of town. I hope to get out tomorrow, and maybe I'll find something and do another video.